surrounded by it. The gutter, that is. You
All
guys
right,
just pay
so-
rent.
So, Matthias, you know a Manitou when you see one, right? And it is gleeful and happy to do some mischief right now, right? And it has no idea the gravity of the situation it finds itself in naturally, nor does it particularly care, right? It's not that the Manitou are particularly bloodthirsty, it's just that, that's a kind of mischief, right? And you look over at that suit of armor and you see, and you say, want to make a bet? Now, Finn, you're gonna spend your first action, your first round or your first action?
My first round.
All right. So what I want everybody to do right now is roll quickness. I want everybody to roll quickness and take your hands off the music, Grant. All right. It is you get one card plus one.
Holy shit!
Holy shit! You get one card for free.
Oh.
You get one card for free. You do not lose cards. I looked it up. It's one card for free plus one card for every multiple of 5 you hit. To a maximum of 5 cards.
2 total for me then.
So I get 3.
All right, so Serranos, each action that you spend drawing a bead on Matthias' head is
No,
going to
you
give you
just get
plus
one.
2 to hit.
Or you get 2, Seronis.
Say what?
You get 1 base for the 5, and then you get 1 for the 10. So you get 2 cards.
But he said we get 1 for free.
You get 1 base, and then if you hit 5, you get
Okay.
1. And then if you hit 10, you
Okay.
get a third.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're thinking the way I used to run it, which was wrong.
Okay. I will opt to. This is an initiative roll. I will opt to discard my lowest card.
All right. Did anyone get a black or red joker?
Well, wait. Let me make the rest of my draw.
I almost wish I did.
Did you get a pair of 2s?
Pretty close.
All
I
right.
got a pair of kings.
All right. Do note, in order to have your cards show, you will have to put them. Oh! The Nerd Theon has spoken. Tice8769 donated $5 and their command is, I lied about my last gift. Poor Matthias is down on his luck, but it's probably his fate to suck. A botch for death, so swift.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Oh
So,
no.
I've got a crit, and Matthias has a botch lined up.
I know what my next roll was going to be. I'm not sure I want to do that.
Aces? Any aces? Kings? King of hearts. I see a king of hearts.
I have double kings.
All right,
Oh,
I will give you
gosh.
+1 to your next shot for both of those kings if you're drawing a bead with these actions.
Yeah, I'm drawing a bead with both of these actions.
All right, so kings,
And-
queens.
Yep, drawing a bead with my third action.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god! Kings, queens. Any more queens? Jacks.
I have a jack.
All right, so Sam, whatever it is in your head, heard the word bet and went ooh, and like with the innocence of a child, really likes making a bet. All right, now it is going to turn you to face Matthias. You
Oh,
may
gosh.
argue with it by rolling contested spirit rolls, or you may
Spirit
let it do
roll.
this.
Let it turn to Matthias.
Yep.
I'm gonna contest.
All right. It's a tie. At this point, we don't know who gets the win. So unless you want to spend a chip,
I do want to spend a chip.
would you like to spend a white chip and just
A white
add
chip.
one more D12, or would you like to force your 8 to explode with a red chip?
Force the 8 to explode.
All right, I'll be taking my fate pot. I will be taking that red chip off your hands. Marshall just got an automatic critical success. Actually, you take your chip back. And do not give me that chip, because as it turns out, in this contest, I did have an auto crit lined up. Thank you very much for the reminder, Zangmac. So you start to contest, and you've almost got it, right? You've almost got, and it turns out that brute force is not the domain that a Manitou excels in. However, making you exert every last ounce of will you have to not turn to Matthias is all it takes for it to pull the rug out from underneath you. So you're exerting your will, and then suddenly there's no contest anymore. It stops, and you spin around the long way, and suddenly find yourself facing Matthias. Manitou got the best of you this time. And then, because it crit, it will speak and says, "Yeah, I want to bet!" Like, it is the most excited thing. And the voice coming out of that armor, it is Sam's voice, right? But it is Darth Vaderified. Yeah, I want to bet! Coming through like this muffled filter, right? And you hear the mad cackle just under her breath to know that that is not Sam speaking, but the spirit within. All right, and that was on Jax. 10s. 9s.
Got a 9.
9. All right, Sam. What would you like to do with your action?
Can I make another attempt to exert my will? Or, specifically though, I want to exert my will to try to... Oh, this is a terrible idea. But hey, it's Deadlands. To try to crash this power suit, I'm going to regret this, into the generator.
All right, so here's how this is going to work, Sam. All right? Anytime you want to make an action on your card, you may make a contested spirit roll to grab hold of it and force your will over the Manitou. And if you win, you get your action. The Manitou wins, you don't. Or you may sleeve your card even beyond your normal sleeves, right? But under these circumstances, you don't get to spend an action. That means that you can you'll get a bonus on contesting because you're reserved later.
Okay.
So would you like to spend your action now, or would you like to reserve for a bonus on the next contest?
I'll reserve.
All right. Although throwing yourself on the electric generator should be something you might want to take note of. All right. So you will reserve, right? And
yes,
that was on 9s, 8s, 7s.
Got a
6.
7.
All right.
7.
Would you like to contest or act?
Contest.
All right. That's 2 bonuses you get to spend on contesting. All right. It's not going yet.
Oh,
it's
sorry.
waiting. It's waiting for Matthias. So you'll be able to say I had this card sleeve for my bonus on my next contest. So you get 2 bonuses to spend. You can't spend them on the same action. All right. Can't spend them on the same roll, but you do have multiples to spend. All right. After 7s, 6, 5s, 4s, 3s.
Yeah.
All right, Matthias.
All right, Marshall. I hope you know. I hope you're gonna work with me here because I got a plan.
All right. I'm listening. What's your plan, Matthias?
I've got an auto botch lined up right now, and I'm gonna make it a deal, a bet, where we're gonna step into the hunting grounds and play a game of poker. And if it wins, it gets to take me. And if I win, it leaves. But I have to make a gambling roll in the hunting ground.
All right, so you want to go bust on a hex?
No, for the bet, because we can't sit here and have a game of poker. It's easier to have a game of poker in the hunting grounds.
All right, that's what a casting a hex is.
Fair.
It's a game of poker in the hunting grounds. So you're basically looking to impromptu yourself a hex.
Right.
All right, and you're gonna go bust on that roll.
Yeah.
All right. So I want you to draw me your 5 cards for your poker hand. And in the from the Huckster deck. All right. And in the process, so you mentioned this, like, if I win, you go away, and if you win, you can take me.
But there's that might change everything.
What did you get?
I got me a red joker.
All right, you're still going bust, but that's a wild card.
I thought there was just no. It's a black Joker on a Hex.
Black Joker's the only one that causes you to go bust, even if the dice say no.
Right. I got a pair of aces.
You got a pair of aces? All right. Now, at this point, there is a destiny token that may be spent because when Matthias done goes bust on a hex, all right, it is up to anybody who wishes to spend their destiny token to choose exactly what goes wrong on Matthias's backlash, all right? Does anybody in the audience wish to expend a destiny token that they may have lying around, say Robovin or Lady Amarith? All right, Lady Amarith. Okay, so you're gonna spend your destiny token. Do we have a list of backlashes? Do I have to bust that out myself? I think I have to bust that out myself. Why did I ever, under any circumstances, start GM in a game with a huckster without having that backlash table right at my fingertips? So
Thank you for delaying his death so I can do it for him.
So this will be your third madness,
if it's a madness.
if it's a madness.
And it'll be his fourth.
Because I'm
Matthias,
sneaky. I've got a allergen to computers and I'm schizophrenic.
All right, so-
you are fucked up, dude.
Here is that right there. That screenshot is a list of the options that Lady Amarith may choose for those of you who are following at home, alright? The effects are Brain Drain, which is the man who fires part of the huckster's mind with energy from the hunting grounds, and the huckster's hex fails, and he must make a TN7 spirit roll, or his hex sling and aptitude drops by 1 level. There is Backlash, where the Manitou rebels and overloads the huckster system with magic from the hunting grounds, and the huckster takes 3d6 damage to the guts. Then there is Spirit Drain. The Manitou tries to take over. The huckster manages to retain control but loses 3d6 wind in the spiritual struggle. If the hex fails, the huckster goes unconscious. The hex only fails if the huckster goes unconscious. And Madness, alright, which becomes a whole new level of strangeness for Matthias. And then there is also Corruption, when the Manitou twists the spell's effects. Damage-causing hexes hit friendly characters, protection hexes hit the enemy, or make the huckster more vulnerable. So, at this rate, Lady Amarith, if what you want to do is save the party with your destiny token. If you want the Hand of Fate to come in real clean like, alright? The least screwy of all these is actually the Corruption. Because it will give Matthias an unexpected result. It won't be pleasurable in the moment, but it may assist him in some unexpected way. Since I understand that you're... Oh, she wants Madness. Alright, Madness. Alright, so Matthias...
No, that's everyone else is voting for Madness. She has not said.
Oh, no, I thought I saw her saying Madness. Alright. I thought her saying...
No, that's everyone else.
Alright, so, Lady Amarith, what would you like to purchase? What would you like to purchase with your destiny token? This delays. I gotta get used to doing this in chat. Corruption it is. Alright, so, Matthias.
Yeah.
That Manitou, like, Sam looks at you and she cackles. It's a deal. Can you do me a favor and cackle? It's a deal, Sam?
It's a deal.
Alright, and in that moment, Matthias, you are transported to the hunting grounds. Right?
Alright, let's play a game of cards.
Alright, so you're gonna play yourself a game of cards, and the hunting grounds are wispy and dark and brown, and it's hard to see nothing too much farther, maybe 10 paces out. Right? There are dead trees, and the spirits of nature and Manitou are giving each other the side eye, and you see the occasional dead soul just meandering lost through the eternal astral realm that he finds himself stuck in. And then the Manitou, who sits down across the table from you, he is a strange-looking creature indeed. He is half man, half machine. Clockwork ticks in his eye. Half of his face is made of metal, and he has a perpetually insane grin from literally his left ear says the middle all the way down it is shaped to the halfway point of his mouth, and then his flesh is torn to his other ear, and it bleeds, oozing live blood down his half-metal body. Whatever poor cowpoke this Manitou used to be is no longer with us, and his eyeball hanging by a thread of a nerve just slapped against his cheek, and he sits down and pulls up a chair across this wooden table from you, and he tosses them magical chips, them soul energy, the things that bind Manitou to packs on the table. He says, I'm in, deal 'em.
All right. Start shuffling and I'll deal them out.
All right, so you deal them out, right? Now, there's one thing you understand. It's that Manitou were really, truly awful at poker. And as such, you tend to read them pretty well. All right, and you deal them chips out, them cards, and he looks down at his hand and he says, and he shoves a fistful of his chips onto the table, and he'll discard 2 and pull 2 off the top of the deck, and he'll look, and he looks at you, he says, raise.
I'll call.
That all you got, preacher boy? You gonna make me rich? Might as well go all in.
I've got a good beat on these creatures.
Yup.
Is it bluffing?
Oh, it's bluffing so hard. He ain't got shit.
All right, I'll raise him.
All right, so you go all in. You push him all in. He goes, and he cackles madly like he's done got you right where he wants. They're good actors, but they are bad liars. He ain't got shit. He pushes his chips in, and the deal is done. And as your cards hit the table, and his cards hit the table, when your hand hits the table as you're dropping the cards, a couple of cards that you don't seem to recall putting up your sleeve are gonna fall out of your sleeve. It would appear that you done been had by a cheating son of a bitch framing you for cheating. And the Manitou looks down at you, and he looks around. He says, you darn damn cheater! And you don't know where these cards came from, but there is a soft cackle coming from behind you in the distance from another Manitou that may have just worked himself a little mischief when you were not looking. And he
This is what I get.
And he pulls out his peacemaker, his 6-shooter, and he unloads every shot at you. And this is, the bullets are careening at you, and you pop back out of the hunting grounds like, whoa boy! And this Manitou in this suit is pissed something fierce. Now, Sam, I need you to understand something. You witnessed every last second of this.
Holy moly.
All right. Now, I'm not going to ask you for a SCART check yet.
Okay.
But you see that, all right? And then, Matthias, you stumble down, and this Manitou is angry. And it says, you want me to take you? You want me to take you? You damn son bitch. And he's gonna jump himself into Finn, who is leveling his gun at your skull. Finn!
Praise be Jesus.
At this point, this Manitou is gonna hop inside of you and possess the motherfucking shit out of you. The ever-loving bejesus out of you. You ain't got nothing to say here. And this Manitou is going to grab a suit of armor. Right? Finn, you're watching yourself do this now. Of course, you're not going to remember this because
is it my other personality that's watching this?
Exactly. It's your bloodthirsty killer, all right? So how do
You
feel?
motherfucker, you are messing up my art. Get out of my head.
And he
I
will grab.
find you and I will murder you in the hunting grounds.
Now I want y'all to know that, like, on the one hand, there's this laughing Manitou. It's bouncing back and forth. You're messing up my art. You're messing. I'ma murder you, right? And he grabs that suit of armor and he throws it directly at Sam. Now, Sam, you ain't got no Manitou left in you no more, all right? And the armor hits you, and you stumble forward, and you you got to put up your arm to kind of keep your balance, right? And in doing so, you can knock that that extra suit of armor into the generator, and there will be a shower of sparks, right? And the Manitou starts unloading that rifle just randomly all over the room, right into Finn's foot for insulting him and making him angry. So Finn, we're gonna take that foot of yours that you done fucked up, and it's gonna need some real attention from the Sawbones, all right? And so Finn is going nuts, shooting himself in the foot, shooting the mirror, smashing the armor, and he's gonna throw himself at the generator, not at the coils, mind you, just at the generator, and start hugging it and screaming and trying to pull it up. What do you do? The rest of y'all.
I try to grab him and pull him off and subdue him.
All right, so I would like Finn, I would like you to roll me fighting at +2, and Sam,
I don't have fighting.
All right, well, add +2 to whatever your untrained nimbleness check is, and Sam, I will allow you, because you're wearing the power armor, to bump your die type up for this check.
Bump my what up?
Strength plus fighting, and you can bump your die type up.
I do not have fighting, so I will bump my strength up.
And then roll it at -4. Now you're rolling at -2, Finn, so you get a 5. Sam, you were looking to get a 9 or higher on the dice.
A plus or a minus on my roll?
You are getting -4, and you need to roll an actual 9 because you need to equal a 5.
All right.
Can you wrestle him out? You can!
Yes!
And so Finn is clinging, and you start grabbing him. Oh, what tarnation?
What tarnation?
Tarnation.
Tarnation!
One moment. Everything seems to have blacked out. This is what Finn is currently seeing. Right. Like our good, kind-hearted, innocent, greenhorn Finn.
I don't know about kind-hearted.
Well, not at the moment.
Finn.
Yeah.
And Finn, you are holding on for dear life, this serial killer in your head. And Sam, you grab him and you walk over with the power armor and you just grab him by the collar. And you lift him up like you would be grabbing a kitten. Alright? And he looks at you and it is not Finn inside his head right now. He has done snapped. There is somebody else. That's not the way he looks at anybody. That's not how he stands. That's not how he sounds. And he is cackling and snapping into something else. And he is a bloodthirsty sociopath. And then he snaps into the chaos. Back and forth. And you subdue him. You slam him against the floor. And you get his hands on the back of him, right? And then what?
Right.
Matthias, what do you do?
All right. Can I use my force of will to force the Manitou out?
I'm gonna say no.
All right.
However, if the Manitou is possessing him and it falls unconscious, then the Manitou falls unconscious. Much like, anytime they're possessing people.
And it's still in the power armor?
Nope.
All right. Then I'm going to go over and I'm going to kick Finn in the head.
All right, Finn, you are currently restrained. I'm not going to charge Matthias a roll for this. All right. Matthias, you will run over and you will boot Finn right in the head. Boom! Not enough to kill him, not enough to do any real damage, just enough to drop him unconscious. And Finn, you will drop to 0 wind and fall unconscious. When you awaken, you will be Finn again. And you will not have a clue what just happened. Probably some damn explosion Matthias made set it off. You're gonna probably assume something along those lines. Now,
Why do I have such a big headache?
Now, Sam, in this power armor, you are capable of seeing this mischief spirit like a ghost with that
Crazy.
and it stands up at him and then just like, ooh, like a cartoon seeing stars, you just thump, and falls over. And in that moment, you also see in the other suit's power armor, there are others like him, right, standing inside of them, and then they look at Matthias, and they look at you, and they look at Finn, and they look at each other, and they sneakily step away from the power armor and bolt into a run right through the wall at the southern end of the room, and they leave.
Oh, I feel much better about
Well,
this turn of events.
Matthias seems perfectly untroubled and will climb into a suit of armor.
Just like nothing happened.
I will assume he must not have seen what I saw.
And Matthias is going to pretend as though he didn't. Because Matthias ain't no witch.
I'm going to check my gun and see what the heck. Why does it smell like?
It smells like gunpowder.
Gunpowder.
Like you start sending up. Oh my head! Your gun's been fired. Your foot's been shot.
Who shot my foot? Matthias.
I'm gonna lean back in this power armor. And I'm gonna look at him. Well, ain't that interesting?
I'm going to reload. How much ammo did I use?
4. All right.
I'm gonna reload, and then what's happening next is that I'm gonna hop into one of these sets of power armor and just gonna be complaining about my headache the whole time.
All right. So the power armor fold around, y'all, and here's how this is gonna work. Your physical stats will all be increased by +2 while you were wearing by +1 step while you were in the armor. All right. So your die types are gonna go up by 1. In addition, you have 2 layers of armor that will reduce all incoming damage by 2 die types. Alright? However, the suits of armor are not necessarily the most cooperative things on the planet. In order to take any action, you are going to have to roll me your smarts at a TN of 3. And if at any time you fail, your armor will argue with you and you will not get to perform that action. However, you are effectively a walking tank while you are in here, so it might be a price you're willing to pay. In addition, at any point, if you want to ask your suit of armor a question, it very well may have some information for you on the inside of your helmet through the glass, right? There is a transparent piece of paper, some kind of plastic, and it keeps scrolling past. There is a little tiny piece of metal that keeps tapping it and dropping ink on it, and in front of that eye, you are seeing information being displayed. For instance, you have a healthy heart rate. It believes you to be a human being, and it happens to detect a lot of electricity running through that wall right now. Scrub-a-dub, follower, thank you very much.
Will a tinkering check make any difference or give any advantage to?
I will allow you the +2 bonus from your tinkering checks on these smarts rolls.
Thank you,
I will
Marshall.
allow you your edge to help you there. Yes.
Well, Marshall, given that I'm in
pretty
this,
lights.
given I'm in this power armor here, I'm gonna start walking towards that wood that bested me before, and I'm gonna take my revenge.
All right. So, if everybody's gonna follow Matthias now that you are proudly, you can see yourself in that mirror, and damn, Tootin', you look intimidating in this stuff. If y'all can picture Master Chief, but in clockwork steampunk with like veins for like pistons to steam out that low groaning ghost rock steam out your back, right? And each step being a as you walk along. That's what's in my head.
I'm salivating at that description. Ooh, that's good.
In my head,
She's gonna need a
steampunk
muffin
Space
here,
Marine.
folks.
Say what, Finn?
In my head, I see a steampunk space marine.
Exactly, right. Big, thick, heavy armor. And in the meanwhile, this will conveniently allow y'all to ignore all those pace penalties you got from screwing up your feet and losing your hand. All of that will work in the power armor. Congratulations. All right, so, Matthias,
Yeah.
your first order of business is to,
Exact revenge.
However, there is one problem. Before anybody gets past that rocks, before anybody goes past, I would like all of y'all, to roll me smarts to navigate the machine across the pebbles. This is a TN 7 check.
TN7?
Right. This is TN 7. And you get +2 to this, Sam. So you get
Fantastic.
11. All right, and Matthias, smarts? All right, so Matthias, you were the first one across, and as your heavy feet start landing on all of these little bits of rubble, right, it occurs to you that whoever designed this suit did not put much traction in the boots of this suit of armor, and it has taken a lot more fine maneuvering. You know how many fine-tuned muscle movements go into keeping a bipedal creature upright? Our sense of balance is an extremely well-honed thing, and there are many muscle adjustments that happen on a regular basis very rapidly to keep your ass up on balance. And this suit of armor is not that advanced. And so you will have to really learn how to stumble and fall, and you're whoa, like you're walking across marbles in this giant heavy suit of armor. And Sam and Matthias will be able to stumble your way across. But Finn, this is really abnormal for you. I mean, it's really abnormal for everybody, but Sam it has some experience with machinery, and Matthias is just crazy enough to just assume it's normal and roll with it. You, on the other hand, wind up flat on your ass, and you have punched a giant hole in the floor, and your butt gets stuck. You will have to pull yourself up, and you broke another hole in the floor. You are one heavy son of a bitch right now, you know that?
Apparently so.
While we are up ahead, since we didn't fall over, I'm gonna kind of lean over towards Sam, in our power armor, and I'm gonna say, I believe the third member of our posse is Loco. I've seen some Loco in my time, and that's what that looked like. Is Sam speechless?
What did you say to me? I heard your description, but I didn't hear you say anything. It could be Discord, though.
I said, I believe the third member of our posse is Loco. I've seen some Loco in my time, and that's what that looked like.
You think Finn is crazy?
Did you see him shoot himself? I have not seen anyone do anything like that in a long time.
Do you not remember the bullet you threw into a blazing ball of lightning?
Yeah, I was trying to destroy the machines. Why else would I throw a bullet in the lightning? That's just silly.
What exactly are you proposing we do if I agree with your proposition that Finn is in fact insane?
What are you guys talking about?
I'm not saying
you're trying to get your wrist up out of the floor. Like, what are you guys talking about? And then you yank your wrist up, and of course this is far too much effort. And suddenly, clang! Now your helmet is stuck in the wall. Son of a bitch!
If I go along with your little fantasy, what would you say we do?
I'm not saying we do anything. I'm just saying we need to keep an eye on it. If you let Crazy go out of control, Crazy will just start running everything.
I think to myself, I think, oh, well, this is a fantastic idea. And I will say out loud, Matthias, that is a great idea. Why don't you keep an eye on him for me? And you tell me everything that you see.
All right, I can do that.
Wow, beat! I'm calling this is a beat right now. That moment, so a beat. I'm giving Sam a beat. Somebody give Sam one extra white chip. That was incredible.
Thank you.
By the way, everybody here will get one blue chip for surviving the encounter with the Manitow that were attached to the power armor. Everybody will get one blue chip.
And surviving
Finn.
my insanity.
Finn, I will give you a red chip for having had the chance to on panel finally realize that something is up about those blackouts.
I now have a personality for that one.
For those of you who are curious, during Deadlands character creation, if you pull a black Joker, or if you pull a Joker, you don't know what it means. The storyteller decides. And when I consulted the charts and tables, it said that he blacked out and did not know what was up, and gave me, the storyteller, the full reign to do whatever I wanted with it. And so I told him he blacked out and he had no idea what was up. And this is the first time he's ever learned this about his character as well.
So, Lady Amareth, I spent those red chips and not red chips, blue chips, and after the previous session, so I only have one blue chip right now. Or was it 2 blue chips? Let me check.
You spent the blues for bounty, and
Yeah,
so you have one right now.
I had 1 blue chip left over, so I have 2.
Okay, so you have 2 right now. Okay.
And the red chips, I have a total of 3 now.
Yep. Okay, so, Sam and Matthias will reach up to the wall. Which one of you would... Oh, Matthias said he would like to take out his vengeance on the wall. So, Matthias, here's what happens.
Yeah.
You punch the wall. All right, I'm not going to charge you a roll because this is exactly like you have acquired the key item. Doo-doo-dee-doo. Right? And you punch the wall, and the wall just crumbles, and there was a shower of sparks, and you cast a very long shadow down the hallway behind you, and then an explosion of just bright blue energy just showers and explodes and like a fireworks just right up, and you don't even blink. And then you rip your arm back out, and the whole wall just breaks down and crumbles, and the storyteller has to pause momentarily in order to move the things on the map.
Quick scene change.
Where are our stage ninjas?
The Manitou got him.
All right, so it's done. The wall crumbles, and the electricity, there are sparks and shorts, and as you approach this door, all right, it lifts into the wall as if a magnetic force was actually holding it down, not letting it go up. And you are presented with a left or right decision. Although you can see down this way, there's a little window in this door here, and you can see that leads to those Tesla pistols that you opted not to take because you want a power armor instead.
All right.
As you are stepping forward, right around this corner, right, you see the darndest thing. You see a tiny, mouse-sized little white rabbit, and it goes darting down the hall.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna follow it.
All right, and as Matthias goes walking down the hallway, that is where we're going to pause right there. Step no further. Because to find out exactly where that... Actually, what you see is that little rabbit actually ducks into the tiniest little, like a doggy hole at the bottom of this door, little flap at the bottom of this metal door, and it ducks in right here. And before you get to turn and look around the hallway, that is where we're going to close off today's session.